Hi, my friends. Welcome to the Diamond Painting Effect with Cori. This is Cori, and this is a stitch with me. And before we go on, I'd like to welcome everybody. A stitch with me is where I pull something out and do a little stitching, and then I talk and jibber jabber away about anything and everything. So if you're interested, come along for the ride. I just wanted to show you kind of an update on, let me see if I can make this better. There. This is the heart that I worked on yesterday. I guess that, I'll pull it out so you can see it without the glare. I did a little more. I worked some of the red right here. I did a strand of or two, or I don't know. When I ran out of that thread strand, I quit. So I got part of the flowers done on it. And that's what it's going to be when I'm finished. And that's my progress. So I do enjoy working on that. And I had to put it away, and I haven't gotten it back out since then. But I probably will work on it a little bit today too, because I do enjoy it. The cross stitch that I'm going to work on today is the cat tower. There are 3 cats on top of each other, and it's from New Craft Day. I believe I don't know when I got this one. The brand is DIY, and there's the picture of the cats. And I normally get the thread ready, and I totally forgot that little step. I'm going to pull out the canvas, and the pattern, and the threads. I have the threads on floss drops that I made from little tags. And I copied the legend from the chart paper and put it on stickers and made my little floss drop stickers. So probably what will happen is I have to pause because my needle threader is over there. I have to move the camera and everything to get to it. So this is what I've done so far. I'm sort of working from the top down, but I'll finish my thread. You know, when I have a color, I'll go ahead and come down here and finish with the color. Like this color was up here, so I I had some more thread, so I did it down here. So I'm thinking this one's shaping up pretty good, but hold on. Okay, and I'm back. I didn't notice when I unboxed this one, but it really, let's see if I can get it up close enough. The camera really clears it up, but these symbols are kind of hard to read. It's difficult, but I chose this round blue circle for the symbol that I'm going to work today, and that color is color number 647, and it's a grayish green color. Most of the colors in this whole kit are grays and browns, a little bit of blues, and so there's no real bright colors for this project. Let's see, I can't tell if that's a circle or something else. Let's see. Maybe I ought to just do it watch it through the camera, because the camera does clear it up. It really does. So yesterday went fairly smoothly, my trip to San Antonio. There's another gentleman that they had so many people that my car I could only pick up 5 people, and they would have been scrunched pretty good. And so there was another gentleman that had a 9-passenger van that he let me drive, and he drove a 12-passenger van. But when we got to San Antonio, the train was very late, and so fortunately I brought some cross stitch. It was late. The train was supposed to get there at 9, and it finally got there about 11:30. I guess that's not that late, but when it's that time of night, you just want to get home, right? I was able to park near the train station, so the light was coming in out from their windows there into the van. And I was able to sew. I took one that I knew had really bright colors. My Home of Love is the one I took and worked on while I waited. And I had one of the Amish girls went up there with me because it was her cousins that were coming. So she wanted to go meet them as soon as she could. And so we waited for the train, and I talked with the other guy for a while and listened to an Audible book. I've been listening to Rise of the Fourth Reich by Steve Dace, and it's kind of he presents the book like it's a trial of what happened during COVID, some of the absurdities that went on, and it's really kind of sad. But I listened to that for a while, and the girl that was with me had a little nap, and but the weather was really good, except about the time we got about 30 miles from home, the fog set in. It was really foggy. The last little bit, it was pretty foggy. I was really glad that it wasn't like that the whole way. And I live near a lake, so I think that has something to do with it. The lake, humidity from the lake may be the cause of that. I don't know. I'm not a weather person, but that's my theory until otherwise disallowed. So my son, he still doesn't know when or how long he's going to be on that project. They've been doing some things that makes him think he's going to be leaving, but yet they're not telling him out and out. But the dispatcher that he's been talking with says there's work. If this one, if they take him off this project, they will. Frey, I'm not the one that wanted you to come in. You wanted to come in all on your own. Just wait a little bit, okay, sweet girl? You hear her sitting there whining at me. She came in. I went out. I let my brother-in-law borrow my car to go to Corpus, and I remembered something out my car. I just went out to go get it out of my car, and I have my hand on the doorknob. I'm looking at the doorknob. I'm like, that's not my doorknob. It was his car. His car's silver also, so we'll give it that. Give me that leeway. But then I realized, oh, my car isn't here. So I have a calendar out there, and I decided, since I don't have a huge abundance, I have a lot of cross stitch patterns that I've started, but not as many as some. So in my efforts to rotate what I do with my Stitch With Me, I thought I would get my calendar out of the car, because I'm never using it there, and bring it in here and start writing on the calendar which Stitch With Me I do, which project I work on for my Stitch With Me. And I'm sitting here trying to find another blue circle. That way it'd be easy to look at a glance. I don't have to go scroll through my YouTubes and see which ones I've done recently, because I can't remember, you guys. I remember what I did yesterday. I do remember that, but unless there's something significant about it, I don't really remember which one I do when. So I do want to shake it up for you, so you're not watching the same cross stitch. I finally went and looked at my tracking numbers for my packages that I have coming. The one that I ordered a week earlier has just left China. The one that I got placed a week later has just arrived, is just leaving customs here in the United States. So I think by the end of the week, next week, I should have it. And I don't know why. It's from the same store. I don't know why the original one is so much behind, other than the fact that it is a large order. So it won't be till next week till I can do some PR videos. One of them isn't a PR. It's the large one is one I bought. But can y'all hear that little girl over there just a whining away? Just a whining. Frey, go lay down. Just go lay down for a minute, okay? Okay, you guys, she's gonna win this argument because it's distracting to me, as I'm sure it's distracting to you. So if you hold on a minute, I'm gonna go let this little girl go outside. She probably wants to be with her pals. I'll see you in a minute. And I'm back. Anyway, so I got back really late last night, and then I couldn't relax, so I had to stay. I didn't even bother going to bed right away. I just stayed up for a little bit until I could start to relax. I never really could. I went to bed, but my muscles were so tense, it just, I don't know, I tensed everything up and everything hurt, and I don't know why. But I enjoyed the trip. It was kind of relaxing. The traffic was nice. I mean, no major traffic. It was a little bit heavy going up to San Antonio, but coming back, it was nothing. So Daniel woke up to his truck being covered with snow. He was sure to send me the pictures. And I don't know where all. I think he's in Minnesota today. He was in Minnesota. He was able to buy Indian food, which he really does enjoy. I do too. I like Indian food, but I don't. It's not very easy to come by around here. My brother-in-law, he's more or less, he's kind of semi-retired, but he used to paint signs, which is kind of a obsolete profession, because with the modern vinyl and electronic billboards and all that stuff, people don't usually have painted signs on their businesses anymore. But that's what he did for a living. And he didn't look for work, but sometimes people remember him and they still call him and ask him to do work. And he had this one business call him and told him he doesn't climb anymore, so they have to get the signs down for him to paint them. And he went to this one business that they kept telling him it would be ready at such and such a time. He'd go, and it wasn't ready. Well, it costs money to go into town for gas. I mean, every time he went, he probably spent about $100 just going into town to get the sign, and it wasn't ready. And he finally told him, you're going to have to find somebody else. I'm not going to do it. So I don't blame him a bit. Don't blame him a bit. I guess when you live in town, it's not that big of a deal, but he had to travel, so he was feeling bad, and I told him, don't feel bad. He was abused. But he does like window decorations for the holidays, like, painting bunny rabbits and Easter eggs in the windows, the kind that just wash off when the season's over. So he's done a little bit of that for the holiday, for Easter, but he just doesn't go looking for the work. They call him, which is kind of how he likes it, I think, now, because he's 78 years old. My goodness, I think he deserves to retire. I think my sister has found a way to rent a van, to bring a van here to move her stuff home with, and I don't know if that's set in stone or if that's just another thing being tossed around, another option. That actually makes sense to me. Don't need to. She doesn't really need a U-Haul, But anyway. Well, I got some of these little kitties done. It's not much that you can really see. It's this lighter color here. But maybe we'll soon get some more details. This is going to have a lot of back stitching to get the details to pop out, I think. I want to thank you for joining me for the Diamond Painting Effect with Cori. Please take care, and I'll see you again in the next one.